Sergio Perez will beat Max Verstappen in the championship by at least 40 points. I'm not sure about that one, I'm not gonna lie, Chief. But those are the sorts of opinions we're looking through as we go through some of those outrageous, outlandish, and maybe unpopular or popular at times opinions from F1 testing ahead of the new 2021 F1 season. I tweeted out on Sunday evening, right, with F1 testing done, shoot me your most outrageous opinions, predictions, based off just those 3 days. Video reacting to the best ones later in the week. I'm expecting some corkers. I am expecting some corkers. I mean, we've started off with an absolute corker. Perez will beat Verstappen in the Drivers' Championship by at least 40 points. Absolutely, I don't know where you're getting that. If we look at history, as much as I really hope Perez does well, I think he will do well. He's a, really, really solid driver. I don't see him, beating Verstappen's one thing, and then by 40 points, 40? My voice just reached an octave. I didn't even know it was actually possible anymore, so I'm quite impressed by that, but 40 points. I want to know what you've been smoking before you tweeted that. Williams earned 15 points and Mercedes finished second with Aston Martin winning the championship. Oh my. There's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot. Williams earning 15 points. That, I don't know, if they have they'd have to have a couple of banger races. 15 points is actually quite a lot for a team that doesn't score any points. Last season, what was it? Alfa Romeo and Haas they scored some points. I think Alfa Romeo scored 4, I think it was, and Haas a couple as well. But that was only at one race, basically. Williams, they've actually designed this year's car, they've admitted, with peaky aero. What that means is they're hoping on the days where it's really good, it's going to be amazing to the point where they can actually score some decent points at those, couple of 5-6 races. Literally, Russell said in an interview, all you need to do is have a good car at 6 races to score those points. And to be fair, as much as, you maybe want a car that's good everywhere, that's actually, for a team at the back of the grid, that is actually quite a good strategy of going big or go home basically at some circuits, and then others you just firm that the car's just not that great. But 15 points, that's quite a stretch. And then we get to the next bit. Mercedes finishing second and Aston Martin win the championship. Based off testing alone, I'm not even sure if Aston Martin will be in the fight for P4 comfortably anymore. I mean, they really need to pick up, and Mercedes as well. I mean, that car didn't look exactly that comfortable, so you never know. But finishing second with Aston, I mean, I would love, can you imagine Seb winning the championship with Aston Martin? Oh, that would be, that's a picture. McLaren will be in the fight for P2. Now, I'm going to admit, I would absolutely love that, because obviously that would effectively mean my boy Lando from Quadrant would be right up there in the championship fight. Multiple races racing for podiums and whatnot, you would hope, with a P2 fight. McLaren, they look good actually. Even rivals, even Hamilton himself has said that McLaren look good. I'm not just getting suckered in though to it quite yet, because testing, we just don't know. But that's the whole point of this video. P2 though, I would love it. I don't know about you guys. I think there's a lot of McLaren fans out there that watch me, maybe because of Quadrant as of late. I think that would be absolutely exceptional. Can you imagine Rick, Bobby, and Lando sending it down the inside, outside, around for multiple podiums throughout the season and trying to get P2 in the championship? That would be quite tasty. Whether it happens, don't know. I mean, maybe my own kind of outrageous opinion would be McLaren are going to look better than Mercedes at the first round, because 2 weeks is not a lot of time. I mean, Mercedes are Mercedes, but I don't know. It would be so much of a better fairy tale story if in 2 weeks' time Mercedes haven't sorted their car and McLaren are genuinely the quickest Mercedes-powered car. That would be insane. I love this one. There'll be no more midfield, just the field, apart from us. I love that phrase, just the field. There's no mid, there's no high or low. There's just the field. Why am I've read that out and I just pictured just a crop field and there's just a random Haas right in the backdrop. That is a great tweet. That is actually outstanding. Now, you know what? I back it, though, as well. There's some merit to this opinion, because Haas, they've said they're not going to upgrade their car for the entire season. They're focusing on 2022, so there may just be the field and Haas. Mercedes backmarker team and Williams a solid podium finisher. I mean, I said in the video, your F1 comments, Mercedes cancelled for this season. They look pretty dreadful in testing. So, you know, let's see. Let's see if those sandbags really are as heavy as they were. Williams a solid podium finisher. That's only going to happen if, like, the livery... You know, we joked about in previous videos when it launched and stuff about Williams' livery being like a Motorsport Manager livery. The only way they're going to be a solid podium finisher is if their livery is like one of those pay-to-win liveries that you equip this livery and it, like, puts on plus 99 boost stats and all their attributes. That's the only way that Williams car is being a solid podium finisher. Because, I mean, I hope for their sake their livery is like that, because I still don't know who signed off on that. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yes, let's go for that. Tsunoda winning the first race of this season and replacing Perez through this season. I mean, I know one man who will be very happy if that came true. But Yuki did look rapid on the last day. Only second place with AlphaTauri. You know, obviously I know fuel, tires and whatnot, but the guy looks quick. He's been quick all his career, you know. I think he genuinely will really give Gasly a good fight, and that'll push them probably further. Replacing Perez, though, through the season. You know what? It's not really that ridiculous. It's Red Bull. This is the same team that 2 years in a row has cut and dry their second driver. I back it. It could happen, you know. Perez, you know, he comes in third place and not second place behind Verstappen in first, let's say, a few times. Helmut Marko, he's that much of a madman. He'll get the chopping board out. The Constructors' Championship winner will only be decided in Abu Dhabi. Now, that is wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. And if Mercedes truly can't get on top of their car in the first 5 races, if it is just a season-long diva, maybe so. Drivers' Championship, yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to see how really Mercedes rock up, because if Mercedes go back to how they are and they get on top of their car, I don't see any other way of Lewis walking it. But if there is an issue and Verstappen's there to take the fight to him, you know, drivers could be decided within the last few rounds, but constructors, last round, I actually back that. Just off what we've seen in testing, wishful thinking. I can see it. Charles Leclerc to win the Drivers' Champion. I don't know what testing you've been watching. Ferrari may have improved. The only way Leclerc is winning the Drivers' Championship if he uses that green Mission Renault sticker on the back of his engine cover to green screen him onto like a graphic that says first place. Or he green screens himself in place of Verstappen or Hamilton in the little graphic they usually show for the championship winner at the end in Abu Dhabi. That's the only way he's winning the Drivers' Championship. Alonso is getting at least 2 wins this season. This is a bit outrageous from you. This is a bit outrageous because the Alpine, maybe it's going to be good. Maybe it's going to be good as the Renault was, but I mean, that's just a bit wishful of the Alonso thinking. I honestly, to be fair, I know for a fact there's going to be some Alonso fans out there. There might be some right now watching the video that genuinely think he could win a race this season. It's just not happening. Alpine, they're going to improve. I'm sure their car looks quite aggressive, you know, with the, you know, weird engine cover they've done with a fat top and the kind of very slimmed down edge of the side pod area. But like I said in my predictions video, I actually reckon they'll go a little bit backwards compared to teams like McLaren. Maybe they'll... Actually, you know what? Now that Aston Martin has such a bad test, maybe they'll, you know, have a fight with Aston a bit more than I maybe thought. But getting 2 wins this season... Maybe in his dreams. Maybe in his dreams. Mercedes have done a Ferrari. Now, that would be quite... So imagine, like, they just turn up to the first race and they're like, oh, no, our gearbox is actually this rubbish. The stability is this bad. We've really made a bad car. Because, you know, sometimes it comes up, you know, so the signs of it come in testing sometimes before. And, you know, yeah, you can say Mercedes, you know, they're you know, sandbagging or they'll get on top of it. What if they don't? What if they don't? What if it's like a McLaren 2013 where they come up to the Melbourne and their car is just going like that into the brake zone and they realize, oh no, we've actually gone very extreme. We've made a very poor car. Or like Ferrari, you know, last season, they're just like, you know what? Yeah, we've actually got a very slow car. There's no way to say about, you know, what if the Merc, it's quick in, you know, glimpses, but it's too yo-yo-y on the rear end that it just keeps on snapping for the drivers. And, you know, first 5 races or so over the rest of the season, they just can't go. Imagine. Ferrari will win a race. They can't do it on pure pace, but if Merc make a mistake and Leclerc's science is in the right place, right time, it could happen. You know what? Leclerc was doing some mad races last season, dragging that car in qualifying and in the race where it didn't deserve to be on pure pace and merit, really. I mean, in terms of he did the merit of dragging the car up. So, you know what? I actually back it. I think Ferrari... there's something about the vibe. I just think, yeah, there'll be that one race that actually, yeah, things click, and him or Sainz, they're just there to win a race. I think it would be actually more surprising to me if Ferrari weren't able to win one race this season. I know they were very poor last year, but I actually just have this weird feel. I don't know, maybe it's just wanting to have that entertainment and wanting to, obviously, it's always good for the sport to have Ferrari at least, you know, come out of nowhere at the woodworks and get one win. But, I don't know, there's just that feeling in the air, you know? Something like, you know, a wet race, you know, crashing maybe, you know, obviously, you never know. Could be a Spain 2016 for Mercedes or the Red Bull team, you know, you never know. Maybe. Yeah, I actually back that. I back that. AlphaTauri coming third in the Constructors. Now that is a bold call. Now, you guys know, I am a fan. I like Pierre Gasly. I really think he's a top driver. And I actually rate Yuki coming in as a rookie, as I said earlier. Third in the Constructors, though. I mean, they've got a few parts from Red Bull now. They've changed the front nose. A lot of change from AlphaTauri. Historically, they've never been a team that can jump right up there, but... I don't know, stranger things have happened. I mean, no one expected Ferrari to be that bad. So, AlphaTauri come out of the woodworks. Maybe Yuki's second place lap in testing on Sunday was a sign of things to come. Haas breaks down before completing the race, each and every time. Now, you know what? Not for Schumacher's car, but the other one. I can back that. I can back that for sure. Sandstorm calls off the Bahrain Grand Prix. Listen, lad, look. Don't come here jinxing things, okay? After 2 and a bit whole months, we had a whole Feb. Well, I'm not used to no F1 in Feb. Do you guys realize that? Usually we have some F1 in Feb. We went a whole 2 months and a bit with that F1. I'm not about to have the Bahrain Grand Prix called off because some little grains of sand are on the track. We're going to end off with one final one. And, well, this person is really, I mean, what have you had in your porridge this morning or breakfast or whatever? What have you been smoking in any pipe? Because Ferrari will win a race off pure race pace and a well-executed strategy. I mean, even you know from that emoji what you've said. Pure pace, one thing. Well-executed strategy. When has Ferrari ever done that? Even when they've won races, they've not had a well-executed strategy. It's just the fact their car was so quick, or, you know, the driver was doing so well, it kind of outdid the poor strategy. I don't think there's ever been a well-executed strategy from Ferrari. Not in my mind. I mean, I know I have a pretty bad short-term memory, but I legitimately can't remember a good strategy from Ferrari in the last... Wow, maybe 10 years, actually. But that is going to be it today for the most outrageous, bonkers, unpopular, whatever you want to call it, opinions from F1 testing. If you guys did enjoy this video, then be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you want to see me do more stuff like this in the future, then let me know as well. If you're new around here, do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.